All right, now we are learning the Dvar Malchut, the royal words of the Lubavitcher Rebbe. And the Rebbe is talking about Mashiach, and he's talking about how Mashiach is going to change the whole world. And he's connecting that to the Torah. And he's saying there's a very interesting thing in the Torah, and that is that the Torah was given in a way that it contains deeper and deeper and deeper meanings. And that these meanings most times can only be revealed by us asking questions, by us sensing that there's something here I don't understand. There's some meaning over here that's that's waiting for me to reveal it. So here we see God gave the whole Torah on Mount Sinai. When God gave the Torah, it says he gave everything, including all the ideas of the Talmud and called all the laws that are going to be afterwards. That's what it means. Eile Devarim, which is these are the words. Everything was revealed. So as everything was revealed, but it was revealed in a capsulated way. Encapsulated. It was almost like a code, and we have to break the code. So that's what we've been doing for the last, since the Torah was given 3,337 years, has been debating in the Torah and asking questions about the Torah and revealing new as the world changes to apply the Torah to the world. That the world should change, not to change the Torah according to the world, but to change the world according to the Torah. But a lot of times it's not clear, right? Is electricity really fire? You're not allowed to light fire on Shabbat. Is electricity considered to be fire or not? Big question. Then there's different types of electricity. What about a battery? Well, am I allowed to turn something on that has a battery? Is that really electricity? You don't get burned up if you touch a battery. Maybe electricity, you get burned up. But what about a battery? The battery doesn't burn you up. What do you say? Can I do that? So these laws have to be, it's a question. So you go and ask rabbis, and the rabbis know the whole Torah, and they debate one to another, and they come up with an answer, a new answer. A new answer. And then there's questions in the Torah itself, even about laws that aren't relevant today. If there are laws that, like, well, here we have, for instance, this week's Torah portion, we learn about the sota. Now today there is no such thing as a sota. There's no holy temple. We can't make a sota, but we have to learn these laws. And there's a whole mishnahs about sota, and there's different opinions over there, and there's different arguments, and it's wonderful. It says all the genuine opinions in the Talmud and the arguments, they're all from God. So we have to reveal new ideas in the Torah. Says the Rebbe, it's the same thing with the world. The world contains infinite meaning. And this meaning has to be revealed by us. That's what happened on Mount Sinai, that God showed the true meaning of the Torah and the true meaning of the world to everyone. That's what it says. The Mashiach is going to come and reveal all these deep secrets of the Torah, because he's not going to reveal. God will be revealing them. And even more, it says not only that will the Torah be new, the world will be new. So just like the Torah is not going to change, not one word of the Torah, not one commandment is going to be changed. Also, the world won't be changed. There'll be dogs and cats and animals, but we'll see the true deep meaning inside of everything. This is the heavens. It's going to be heaven, new heavens. It says the same Isaiah. Isaiah says there's going to be a Torah was going to come from me. And the rabbis say it means a new Torah is going to come from me. And it says that a new heavens and earth will come from me. I will make. Lo rakit chadju is not just the novelty that God renews the heavens and the earth like he did in the 6 days of creation, like he's doing right now, and like it was when God gave the Torah, that suddenly it says that the world saw when the Torah was given and the world became calm. The Torah was given, the reason for creation was revealed. But even so, that was at one time at Mount Sinai. It says even more, it'll be every day, every hour, every moment. Shamayim chadashim va'aretz chadasha. It'll be a heavens and a new earth. What does it mean? That people will see ani oseh. That's what it says in the prophet Isaiah says, a new heavens and a new earth I make. People will see that God himself is creating the heavens and the earth. Shehakoach Eloki, that the power of God, which is creating the heavens and the earth from nothing to something, in a way that is totally distant, the creator from the creation, ve'eno mitgaleh, and is not revealed in them. That God creating the world is not revealed in them, right? God is creating me, is creating you. You feel God is creating you. You can even imagine what that means, right? God is creating me. I have no idea. What does that mean that God is creating me? What does it mean? Right? You feel that you're not being created, and then all of a sudden you're being created, like one of those what is um uh you have a game that the batteries run out, right? Or it goes gets lower and lower and lower. Right? There used to be a thing called uh, what is it called? Anyway, they had recording machines, and you would wind it up, and it would get close to the end, so it would wind down. So it'd be saying, the song "Mary had a little over. Oh, you feel that in yourself, that you're being created by God, and that the power is going away from godliness or something like that, right? You feel the thing like that. תצלצל בעזר השעה עוד חצי שעה אני מוסר שיעור, חצי שעה. A new heavens and a new earth means we'll feel that God is creating us every instant. I think we can't even comprehend now. It's just totally makes no sense. I'm being created by, what does that mean? We'll feel the whole world is being created by God. She'anira v'nigla will be revealed, that the heavens and the earth will feel the power of godliness, which is creating everything from nothing to something. Koach atzmus, God's essence. Ani Asher will feel how precious this physical world is, and how God wants us to be here, and He's not interested at all in going to heaven. Just that now, before Mashiach comes, so as a consolation prize, we have heaven. It says when the idea of the raising of the dead, that all the souls will leave heaven, they'll come here. The God's essence is creating this physical world. God alone has the ability to create everything, something from nothing. That's why the angels go crazy, like we just finished learning. Therefore, the whole world will be a dwelling for God. It'll be a dwelling for God's essence. We'll value every instant. And every instant will be precious. Bedugmas diras adam, like a dwelling of a person, that his whole essence will be here. That's what God wants. That's sort of the way it was when God created man, until the man misused his power of free will. Until beli shum lavush, there won't be any garments. God will be revealed totally, like it'll be in the future. Like it says, Lo yechanef od morecha, your teacher will not hide from you. That you will not, God will not cover himself with any garments of creation. Everything will be revealed godliness. Or Hashem, the revealed godliness, the light of God, will be revealed in the future without any garments at all. Says the Rebbe, this is in the Tanya, it's written that there already was such a thing like this. There always already was something like this, and when the time of the giving of the Torah, like it says, it was at the end of chapter 36 in the time, like it says, when God gave the Torah, everyone felt God. Now again, you can think, listen, God reveals himself, that's it, we're finished, right? It says, but no, but God is creating every bug. He's creating every flower. God is creating, it's not when God reveals himself, there won't be any more ants in the world. There won't be any more grains of sand. There won't be any more atoms or planets or anything like that. It'll just be, just God. That's all, this white light, and God, everybody's just going to be walking around going, ooh, all day, or whatever people will be doing, right? It's not so. Right? It's not so. God will be revealed in every little detail. How this is going to be, I have no idea. I'm just saying what's being read, what's written over here. I just think what we're waiting for. This is the way I understand it. But we can't understand what's going on. But you can understand that we're here because we're being created, and that God cares about us, and that we have no idea what that means. But we will have an idea what it means, and it'll be a really good world. It says, then God will illuminate the darkness of the non-Jews also. They'll all drop all of the religions. All the religions are talking about getting out of this world, getting up to heaven, getting out of this terrible place, right? This world. And the world is terrible. The job of the Jews is to make this terrible place better than heaven. Then it says, then the non-Jews will realize, hey, why should I want to go to heaven? God is creating me here. This is wonderful. It will be revealed the glory of the Creator, and all flesh will see together. Yesh Lomo, we can say that the novelty of the new heavens and the new earth that I create. Let me maybe give you an example. I don't know if this is a good example, but I'll give you the example anyway. Let's say there's a person that he's an addict. He's a drug addict. He's whatever an addict, right? And that's his life. And so it could be that he even has a family, but he doesn't appreciate anything, nothing. All he appreciates is he takes this drug, and that's it. That's his whole goal in life is to have this drug. Okay, if he gets cured, he stops taking the drug. So what does he think? What's life going to be? What's life going to be? I don't understand. Right now, let's say he's an alcoholic. I go down to the bars, I get drunk, I get into fights, I get into all these things. Every second is different, right? The police catch me, I get put into jail. It's an interesting life. An interesting life. Says, yeah, but he's living in the gutter. Living in the gutter is also good. What do I care? At least there's change. If I don't drink all the time, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? The world will be so boring. What's going to be with me? What's going to be? He says, no, somehow or other he stops, he gets married, he realizes, wait, to have children, it's such a wonderful thing. To meet the challenges of life, it's a wonderful thing, right? And to help other people. Peace, amazing thing. You can help others. Amazing thing. Suddenly you start to realize that there's value in even every moment of life. And if there is none, you can put value into it. And that's something like the difference between how we are now in exile, and we can't possibly imagine that there could be a more meaningful and beautiful world than there is now, how it's going to be in the days of the Mashiach, that God will be revealed in the creation. As this, I think, one second, we're going to stop here. No, we're not going to stop here. We're going to continue. We started everything 10 minutes late. So here we go. Yesh Lomo, we can say, Shechirush the Shemayim, the whole new idea that there's going to be a new heavens and a new earth that I made regarding the novelty that's going to be like it was in the time of the giving of the Torah, right? When God gave the Torah, so everyone there felt that God is creating everything. But now, by us learning the Torah and doing the commandments and this whole thing, it's going to be even better. How could that possibly be? When God gave the Torah, as everyone saw, the Torah was new. It was godly. Everyone saw that the world is new. It was godly. Everyone saw it. Says the Rebbe, what we're supposed to do, what Mashiach is going to bring is even better. How is that going to be better? Because the novelty, the fact that we'll see the world being created brand new constantly, this is connected to the idea of there's going to be a new Torah in comparison to the Torah that was given at Mount Sinai. So when the Torah was given at Mount Sinai, we saw it was from God. And the new Torah that God's going to give is the same thing. It's not, no laws are going to change. We'll see it comes from God. So what's the difference? When God gave the Torah, Cave and Shechiluk, the main part of the Torah that will be revealed in the future, then it was concealed. Mashiach is going to reveal new ideas in the Torah, new understanding in the Torah that in the time that the Torah was given was concealed. In fact, when God gave the Torah at Mount Sinai, everything was concealed. All they heard was the 10 Commandments. So everything was concealed. So all of there were some laws which would be revealed by means of the great rabbis. Some were revealed to Moses, some were revealed to rabbis in the course of time. But there's some laws that only Mashiach is going to reveal. And Mashiach will reveal them, not because Mashiach will reveal them, but God will reveal new ideas in the Torah. Mashiach is going to bring this about. It says, therefore, when God gave the Torah, these ideas in the Torah that Mashiach is going to reveal, they were really concealed. There was the same thing with the world. there's levels of godliness in the world, which even though it was revealed at Mount Sinai that God is creating the world, but there was levels of godliness which, just like were concealed in the Torah, and they can't only be revealed until Mashiach comes, same thing in the world. Godliness in the world, there's levels which only will be revealed when Mashiach comes. But often, in a way, the main essence, namely the power of godliness, the essence of God, that by means of which is being created the world, it was concealed. So when God gave the Torah at Mount Sinai, everybody felt that the world is being created by God, yes, but the real true essence of God was concealed. Look, and therefore, even when they're given the Torah, but like Gezerah, it says when the Torah was given, there was removed the barrier between the upper worlds and the lower worlds. It says the upper worlds came down and the lower worlds went up. What did God do when he gave the Torah? He said, I am God, your God, the essence of God. And it came down to who? People that you have to tell them, don't kill, don't steal, don't lie. The lowest of the low. And the other way around. People that were the lowest of the low, they felt that they're relevant to Anochi, the essence of God. That was a Mount Sinai. But nevertheless, even after this joining of the upper worlds with the lower worlds, Nishar Chilik the Elyonim, the Tachtonim, there still were upper worlds and lower worlds. Hainu Shegeder Olam, that the world was low and God is high. True, now we can unite them by doing the commandments, and we can unite them by thinking about God, and we have big tzaddikim that do succeed in uniting them, but still there's two separate worlds. There's us and the world. We're in exile. Kivan she'ikro, because the main power of God's essence, that remains concealed. But by Mashiach, even since Shid Gala Gam, there will be revealed the main part of the Ikriya Torah, the main part of the Torah, namely a new Torah will come from me. Tiagam, then there will be revelation of the Elokus, godliness in the world, but godliness will be revealed in the world completely. Why? Because you have to remember that this world is not here by accident. This world is the only, there is no other world. There were no worlds before this world. There's not going to be any worlds after this world. This world right now is infinite. We don't see it. Every instant of this world, right? How long has this world been in existence? 5,785 years, 85 and a half years. Right? Every instant of creation is infinite. How can this be? We have no conception of such a thing like that. But the fact is that it is. And when the Torah was given at Mount Sinai, for instance, it says when the Torah was given at Mount Sinai, all of the Jewish souls were there. People that weren't born yet, people that already died in Egypt, they were all there. How can that possibly be? What does that mean? It says they were there physically to hear the Torah. So there was no past, there was no future, it was all present. But that was revealed only a little bit. The true essence of godliness, which truly unites, the true reason why this world is here, is concealed, was concealed at Mount Sinai. And the future will be revealed without any concealment whatsoever. Like it says, Nigla Kavod Avaya, there will be revealed the glory of God, and all flesh will see together that God is speaking. God is the one that's creating us. Sheyiru Bagilui, everyone will see in a revealed way, Shematzir, that the existence of all flesh is from the power of God that creates it from something, from nothing to something. We'll see it and feel it. So in other words, God is pretty good. You know, if he creates us all the time, he's creating the whole world, that's pretty good. You know, that's pretty act of kindness. You can't get more kind than that. God is creating us. So automatically, there won't be any difference between the upper worlds and the lower worlds. All of them will be one thing. It'll be just godliness. Like it says, that the existence of the created being will be the essence, the creator. So the creator will be revealed in every single creation. Now, how this is going to be, but it's going to be good. According to this, now we can explain the big novelty when we add Shabbat after the giving of the Torah to the giving of the Torah. What this Shabbat elevates the days before it. In this case, our coming Shabbat, which is Parshat Naso, that Shabbat elevates all the days before it, gives more meaning. And Naso, the word Naso means to elevate. So that's like a double elevation. But how can there be anything higher than the giving of the Torah? Says the Rebbe, I'll tell you how. We just finished saying that the days of the Mashiach are going to be higher than the giving of the Torah. At the giving of the Torah, there still was a lot of godliness that was concealed. In the days of the Mashiach, godliness will be revealed in this physical world. First of all, let's precede this. How is this going to be? That even though the novelty of the giving of the Torah, when God gave the Torah, and every year we repeat that experience, Nichlal is included also in the novelty of the Torah, just like in the giving of the Torah, the first time when we have the holiday of Shavuot, we experience that a little bit every time. And that includes all of the ideas of the Torah, all the aspects of the Torah, including all of the novelai, the new ideas which will be discovered, all the new questions which will be answered by expert pupils in all of the generations. And also the Torah Chadasha, and also the Torah that Mashiach is going to reveal, right? The new things that weren't even revealed at Sinai. So the Shabbat after that elevates that. How could that be? Pratiot Yoter, the main thing will be the revelation of the giving of the Torah and the Shabbat after the giving of the Torah. Why? Because what happened? Why did God give the Torah? He gave the Torah that we should use it. So the giving of the Torah was an amazing experience, earth-shaking. Everyone's souls jumped out of their bodies. But the reason why God gave the Torah was to be used in the world. So therefore, the Shabbat, which comes after Shavuot, when God gave the Torah, is an elevation, whether regarding the novelty, the new revelations that were by means of receiving the Torah in the course of the whole year, but mainly regarding to the new Torah that will come from me, namely that God will reveal new ideas in the Torah. Why? Because there'll be a new world. In other words, the purpose of the Torah is that it should be used in the world. And in the future, it says God will reveal new ideas in the Torah, deeper ideas in the Torah and the commandments. And also he'll reveal new ideas in the world. So the world will be new. The Torah that will be put into the world is to elevate the world even higher than it is. So that's the idea of after the Torah was given. After the Torah was given, says the Torah was given to be used in the world. And in the future, the world will be new. Shemayim Chadashim, a new heavens and a new earth. Shekev, and since that, that we have to wait every moment that the Mashiach will come, when the Mashiach is supposed to come any single moment, the time, any of the whole entire year. So this is especially stressed in the Torah that we read in the Shabbat after Shavuot, after the Torah was given. And also in the Haftorah of the Parsha of the Shavua, or in Pirkei Avot. What is the Torah portion that we're reading? Parshat Naso. Naso means to elevate the head. This means learning the Torah. Elevating the head means your intellect, your mind that you use to learn the Torah. Your head is elevated. In other words, the ideas that you have of Torah in your head become elevated even higher to what? Pleasure. Suddenly you get a new type of pleasure from understanding the ideas of the Torah. I'm not just learning a wonderful book. I'm not just learning from the wisdom of Judaism. I am unifying my mind with God's mind. This is pleasure which is above understanding. Until it says there's nothing higher than pleasure. By means of this is added a tremendous advantage in the giving of the Torah. The Torah becomes new. It becomes pleasurable. And even more, the Torah is a novelty in the Torah. That's the Shabbat, which comes after giving the Torah. Elevating the head, in other words, intellect, elevating it to what? To pleasure. And this, I think, we're going to have to continue tomorrow. Then we're going to talk tomorrow, because it talks about Gershon. How it is Gershon is Levi, the tribe of Levi, whatever it is. And also the idea of the Nazir. Nazir is in this week's Torah portion also. The Nazir. We're going to learn this tomorrow. How this week's Torah portion hints at the revelations of Mashiach even more than the giving of the Torah itself, as we'll learn about, God willing, tomorrow. Let's start this. Okay.